Go.
Hi, I'm Holly Harper, and I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and this is the Golden Driller. I grew up in the small town of Bixby, which is located about 20 minutes outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I find one of the most interesting sights in Tulsa to be the Golden Driller, which is a 76-foot tall statue. The Golden Driller is a statue located right outside of the Tulsa Expo Center and Fairgrounds. The Golden Driller is an Oklahoma monument that has a great deal of history behind it, history that also reflects the importance of certain events to Tulsa. The Golden Driller is a large oil man standing next to an actual oil derrick from an oil field in Seminole, Oklahoma. The significance of the statue lies in the fact that Tulsa was once the oil capital of the world, according to the American Oil and Gas Historical Society. The boom of oil in the early 1900s in the area surrounding Tulsa brought a great deal to Tulsa, including people and commerce. The Golden Driller standing today is not the original. The first large oil man was erected in Tulsa in 1953 by the Mid-Continent Supply Company for the International Petroleum Exposition. The large oil man was a popular attraction during the exposition, which led to the Mid-Continent Supply Company to fund another version for the 1959 exposition. After the 1959 exposition, the Mid-Continent Supply Company donated the oil man statue to Tulsa. Once donated to Tulsa, the Golden Driller went under construction and was built from 2.5 miles of rod covered in plaster and concrete, which now creates the 43,500-pound statue. The Golden Driller takes the form of a man, standing with one hand on his hip and the other arm resting on an oil derrick. Many may see the Golden Driller as simple, but the simplicity of the features on the enormous figure draws the attention of the onlooker to the importance and authority of oil in Tulsa. The figure is made up of plaster and concrete, which provides the appearance of a rough and coarse texture. The gold hue of the concrete and plaster provides the statue with a portion of its name. The intensity of the golden color, however, may differ from season to season due to weather conditions, but the statue does get a new coat of paint when needed. The Golden Driller stands in a naturalistic stance, but is not truly realistic because the oil man is abnormally large in comparison to the oil derrick. Due to the abnormality of size of the man in comparison to the oil derrick, the proportion of the actual oil rig to the man provides a bit of perspective into the underlying idea that man overlooks and controls the oil industry. The negative space and stance of the oil man creates the effect of openness, like he is standing tall and taking in all that he has accomplished. The slightly asymmetrical structure of the statue is balanced or supported by the oil derrick, which creates the optimal balance of the statue. When analyzing a picture of the Golden Driller, the movement draws the eyes to the belt buckle because it is the only place with contrast in color and detail. The Golden Driller can best be broken down by iconography and iconology due to the fact that it is a structure of symbolism. The oil man and derrick represent the importance of oil to Tulsa. The structure symbolizes the importance of oil to Tulsa because oil was a life source of Tulsa for a long time. Oil still has a stronghold on the economy of Tulsa, which is why the Golden Driller holds such a special place in the culture of Tulsa. The Golden Driller is an iconic symbol of Tulsa due to its rich historical past and draw for tourism. The oil man himself shows authority and power in his stance. For instance, he is towering over Tulsa and looking at all that he, the oil industry, has created. The oil man towers over the oil derrick as a way of representing the fact that while oil is a great resource, people are greater. Tulsa would not have become what it is today without oil, but there had to have been a strong force of people to utilize the oil. Ultimately, the Golden Driller represents the rich past that has made Tulsa and northwest Oklahoma what it is today. As explained in the text, I believe the Golden Driller could fall under regionalism, specifically regionalism within the United States, because of what the Golden Driller represents to the oil and natural gas industry and what the Golden Driller in the oil and natural gas industry meant to Tulsa in Oklahoma at the time, representing the region in which it is located. In the scope of history, or particularly the history of art, the Golden Driller was created quite recently and has a great deal of influence from past art. I personally think the Golden Driller was influenced from classical Greece. I believe the Golden Driller is structured slightly in the contrapposto style because if it is viewed from the side, there is an offset in one of the legs and the arm of the oil man. The slight offset and detailed body of the oil man alludes to the influence of classical Greek sculptures. The Golden Driller shows features of classical Greece. An example of the contrapposto structure from Greece is the Warrior of Rhias. The Warrior of Rhias is an example that shows a similar stance as the Golden Driller. Both have a forward-stepping foot and a shift in the movement of the arms. However, the Golden Driller and the Warrior of Rhias differ in what they are made of. They're made on different scales and of different material, creating two totally different aesthetic appearances. The Golden Driller means a lot to me because it represents a city that I love so much and a childhood that I cherish.